I want to talk about impressions with patients. And I'm not talking this kind of impression. I'm talking about the impression we give our patients and some of the things that we do that we don't realize maybe what impression it gives. Okay. So nonverbal communication is 73 to 90% of all overall communication that people have, like we give to other people, right? So the nonverbal things that we do in the office, the nonverbal things we do during conversations speak louder than the words that we say. So here's just a few things that I'm just going to bring up. And I'm not picking on any one of you. If you're the one doing this, I'm just trying to like kind of remind you a little bit that maybe we could get a little better about this. So one easy one, chewing gum. Okay, so maybe you're a gum chewer, but right? How does that sound? How does that look? No chewing gum, in my opinion. Let's see, sighing. Okay, so I'm answering the phone, I'm talking to a patient, or I'm talking to somebody, a salesperson, and I'm like, and I hang up. Maybe that person didn't hear me, but guess what? Somebody else is within earshot and heard me sigh, right? How about nails? Or clicking the pen or doing things. It's annoying and it comes off like you're annoying me. I'm, whatever. So pay attention to your jewelry, your nails, your tapping, your pen things that you do. If you're in a consultation and you're doing this, it can come off as annoying. Let me see. I'm doing my whole list of things that I've seen. Apple watches or any sort of watch that we wear. Now, I know some offices have communication on their watches, and I'm not saying you have to change this necessarily. But for me, one of my pet peeves is when somebody does this and looks at their watch, right? Now, here's the thing. You might be looking at your watch because there's an important text on there or there's something you need to see. But when we're doing this and I look at my watch, what this looks like to me, old school, a lot of us used to wear watches on our wrists on a regular basis. It's kind of like, oh, you're wasting my time. What time is it? Oh, you're wasting my time. What time is it? So be very conscious of doing this if you're using any sort of communication on your wrist. Put your cell phones away. Picking up a cell phone, when somebody is talking to you or around, or you're having a conversation or you're in a meeting and you pick up your cell phone, that's the rudest thing I think that you can do. So pay attention. You may not realize it because the second you look at your cell phone, you're over here and you're not paying attention to the person in front of you. Let's see, rolling your eyes, right? This, what are you rolling your, like, it doesn't matter what you're rolling your eyes at. People can feel an eye roll. All right. So pay attention to that. Whispering. I have a video specifically on this. There's no reason to be whispering in the dental office. You shouldn't be saying anything that needs to be whispered. You do have to protect your patient's privacy, of course, right? So you want to be careful about that, but you can do one piece of data about the patient and not violate their privacy. But you shouldn't be whispering, because as soon as two people start whispering, let's say I'm whispering to somebody over here and you're in the conversation or in the room with me, and I do this, what are you assuming we're talking about? It's always about you, right? Or it's about something that people are like, what are they talking about? So whispering. So these are some of the little things. And you could probably make a list, and I suggest you do. You and your team should probably sit down and talk about what are the things that are not good impressions for our patients? What are some of the habits we have picked up? Or personally, what are some of the habits I have picked up that I want to get rid of? Because you can change your habits back, and knowing and recognizing and thinking, oh yeah, she's right. Like I do this a lot, or I do whisper at the office a lot. And maybe that's not coming off as a good impression to the patients. Put it on a list and try to work on it. Put some sticky notes up around your office to remind yourself, write some rules and put them on the wall and say, as a team, we're going to stop doing these things and then work on them, because we all get into habits. It's a thing. There's good habits and bad habits. And all we have to do is get reminded of what some of these bad habits are, improve them, work on them as a team, work on them individually, and try to get them back out of the practice. So what kind of impression are you giving your patients? Is it a good one, or is it one that you can improve? What could you do to improve? Make a list and try to do it today.